Before this video ends, you'll understand why this person entered your life, why their silence feels so powerful, and why the message you've been waiting for is more urgent than you ever imagined. If one person has been on your mind lately, don't dismiss it as coincidence. Sometimes the deepest messages are never spoken, they're felt. Stay with me, because what we're about to discover may completely change the way you understand this connection and yourself. Many people believe that when someone becomes silent, the story is over. The mind quickly fills that silence with painful conclusions. You tell yourself they have forgotten you, moved on, or simply no longer care. But the human mind is rarely that simple. Silence is not always the absence of emotion. Sometimes it is the place where emotion becomes too deep for words. What appears empty on the surface may actually be overflowing beneath it. Think about the moments when someone has occupied your thoughts without any clear reason. You may be going about your day when their face suddenly appears in your mind. A memory returns unexpectedly, or a feeling rises that seems disconnected from your present moment. Most people dismiss these experiences as random, yet the unconscious mind does not work randomly. It stores unfinished emotions, unresolved experiences, and meaningful connections. When something has not found its proper ending, it continues to seek your attention in quiet and subtle ways. The person you are thinking about may also be carrying emotions they have never fully understood. Many individuals struggle to express what they truly feel, because doing so would require them to face parts of themselves they have spent years avoiding. Fear of rejection, fear of vulnerability, or even fear of confronting their own mistakes can become powerful forces that keep words trapped inside. Instead of speaking, they withdraw. Instead of explaining, they remain quiet. To others, this silence may seem cold, but internally, it can feel like a storm they do not know how to calm. This is why silence should never be interpreted too quickly. The conscious mind wants immediate answers because uncertainty feels uncomfortable. It prefers a painful certainty over an unanswered question. But the deeper layers of the mind operate differently. They move slowly, revealing their truths only when a person is ready to face them. What looks like distance today may actually be part of an inner process that has been unfolding for much longer than anyone realizes. There is another truth that many people overlook. Sometimes the silence you experience does not only belong to the other person, it also reveals something within you. It invites you to notice why their absence feels so powerful, why your thoughts keep returning to them, and what emotions still remain unresolved inside your own heart. Every meaningful relationship becomes a mirror, reflecting not only another person's struggles, but also your own hidden fears, hopes, relations. Perhaps the message is not hidden in spoken words at all. Perhaps it exists in the quiet moments that ask you to become more aware of yourself, instead of searching endlessly for explanations from someone else. When you stop resisting the silence and begin listening to what it awakens inside you, you often discover that the deepest conversations are the ones that never needed words in the first place. Behind every person is an inner world that few people ever see. We become skilled at hiding our fears, disguising our doubts, and presenting an image that appears calm and in control. Yet beneath that carefully constructed surface, another reality often exists. A person can smile while carrying unbearable emotional weight. They can appear distant while desperately wishing to be understood. What others see is only a small part of the story, while the deepest struggles remain hidden from view. The person on your mind may be facing exactly this kind of invisible conflict. They may want to reach out, explain themselves, or reconnect, yet something inside them continues to hold them back. This resistance is not always caused by a lack of love or care. More often, it grows from fear. Fear has an extraordinary ability to silence even the strongest emotions. It whispers that speaking honestly is too risky, that vulnerability will lead to rejection, or that admitting the truth will expose parts of themselves they have worked hard to keep hidden. Many people spend years building emotional walls without realizing they have become prisoners of their own protection. Those walls may have been created after disappointment, betrayal, or painful experiences that taught them not to trust easily. At first, these defenses seem helpful because they reduce immediate pain, but over time, they also block closeness, understanding, and genuine connection. The same walls that keep hurt away also prevent love from entering freely. This creates a powerful inner conflict. One part of the person longs for connection, honesty, and emotional closeness. Another part insists on staying protected, avoiding risks, and remaining silent. These two forces pull in opposite directions, creating confusion that can last for months or even years. Outwardly, it may appear as hesitation or emotional distance. Inwardly, it feels like a constant battle between the desire to move forward and the fear of what might happen next. What makes this struggle even more difficult is that many people are not fully aware of it. They may believe they are making logical decisions when, in reality, unconscious fears are quietly influencing every choice. Old emotional wounds continue shaping present behavior until they are finally recognized. This is why someone can genuinely care about another person while behaving in ways that seem completely contradictory. Their actions often reflect unresolved inner struggles rather than their true feelings. If this person has been on your mind repeatedly, it may be because they are standing at an important psychological crossroads. Every inner conflict eventually reaches a point where remaining the same becomes more painful than changing. Although transformation is rarely comfortable, it often begins when a person can no longer ignore what has been buried inside. The emotions they have avoided start demanding attention, and the truths they once feared become impossible to silence. Sometimes the greatest message is not spoken through words, but revealed through the quiet battle that slowly reshapes a person's entire inner world. There comes a moment in every meaningful connection when the focus quietly shifts. At first, we believe the journey is about the other person. We search for signs, wait for messages, and wonder what they are thinking or feeling. Our attention remains fixed on their actions, hoping they will provide the answers we long to hear. Yet over time, something unexpected begins to happen. The relationship stops being only about them and starts revealing something much deeper about you. The emotions another person awakens are rarely accidental. Every strong feeling, whether it is love, disappointment, hope, or longing, has the ability to uncover parts of your inner world that may have remained hidden for years. When someone touches your heart deeply, they often become a mirror reflecting your greatest strengths as well as your deepest fears. This is why painful relationships can become powerful opportunities for personal growth, even when they do not unfold the way we expected. Many people resist this idea because it feels easier to believe that happiness depends entirely on another person's decisions. We wait for an apology, a confession, or a sign that everything will return to the way it once was. But genuine transformation begins the moment we stop asking only what the other person will do and begin asking what this experience is trying to teach us. That question changes everything because it moves your attention away from uncertainty and towards self-understanding. Every emotional trigger carries valuable information. If someone's silence creates overwhelming anxiety, it may reveal a fear of abandonment that has existed long before this relationship. If rejection feels unbearable, it may uncover old wounds connected to self-worth or acceptance. These reactions are not signs of weakness. They are invitations to explore the hidden parts of yourself that have been waiting patiently for recognition. Once these hidden emotions are brought into awareness, they begin to lose their power over your life. The person you keep thinking about may unknowingly be playing an important role in this process. Without intending to, they have become a catalyst for change. Their presence, or even their absence, has encouraged you to look inward instead of only outward. While this process may feel uncomfortable, discomfort often marks the beginning of genuine growth. The parts of ourselves that require healing rarely reveal themselves during moments of comfort. They appear when life challenges us to become more honest about who we are. Transformation does not erase the past, nor does it guarantee that every relationship will unfold exactly as we hope. Instead, it changes the person experiencing the journey. As you become more aware of your thoughts, emotions, and unconscious patterns, you respond differently to life's uncertainties. Fear slowly gives way to clarity, and dependence begins to transform into quiet confidence. The message hidden within this experience is not simply about reconnecting with another person. It is about becoming someone who no longer needs fear to guide their choices, because they have discovered a deeper understanding of themselves that cannot be taken away. For so long, you may have believed that the answer you were searching for would arrive through someone else's words. Perhaps you imagined a heartfelt message, a long-awaited confession, or a conversation that would finally explain everything. The mind naturally looks outward because it feels easier to believe that another person holds the key to our peace. Yet the deepest truths rarely arrive in the form we expect. They emerge quietly, through moments of reflection, patience, and growing self-awareness. When we become completely focused on another person's choices, we slowly lose touch with our own inner voice. Every unanswered text, every period of silence, and every uncertain moment begins to control our emotions. We start measuring our worth by someone else's attention, instead of recognizing the value that already exists within us. This is where emotional confusion takes root. The more we chase external certainty, the further we drift from the quiet wisdom that has been waiting inside us all along. There is a remarkable intelligence within every human being that often goes unnoticed. It speaks softly, never forcing itself into your awareness. It appears as a gentle feeling that something is right or wrong, as a moment of unexpected clarity, or as a sense of calm that arrives without explanation. Many people dismiss these experiences because they are searching for louder, more dramatic signs. Yet inner wisdom has never needed to shout. It patiently waits until the noise of fear begins to fade. The person you have been thinking about may have entered your life for reasons far greater than you first imagined. Whether they remain beside you or continue on a different path, they have already awakened something important within your own journey. They have encouraged you to ask deeper questions, to examine your emotional patterns, and to recognize strengths that may have remained hidden without this experience. Sometimes the greatest gift another person offers is not their presence, but the transformation their presence inspires. As your understanding grows, your relationship with uncertainty begins to change. Instead of fearing every unanswered question, you become more comfortable allowing life to unfold naturally. You realize that not every mystery must be solved immediately, and that not every silence requires an instant explanation. This shift brings a quiet confidence that cannot be created by external reassurance alone. It comes from trusting yourself, even when the future remains unknown. The urgent message you have been searching for was never meant to make you dependent on someone else's decisions. It was meant to guide you back to yourself. The more deeply you understand your own fears, hopes, and emotional patterns, the less power uncertainty has over your life. What once felt like confusion begins to feel like clarity. What once felt like waiting becomes a period of growth. And what once seemed like a message coming from another person is revealed as an invitation to discover the strength, wisdom, and peace that have always existed within your own heart. As we come to the end of this journey, remember that the most important message was never just about another person. It was about discovering yourself. Every silence, every unanswered question, and every emotional challenge has the power to lead you toward greater wisdom, inner peace, and self-understanding. When you learn to trust your inner voice instead of your fears, you begin to see life and relationships with new clarity. Thank you for watching. If this message resonated with you, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss future insights. Share your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to hear what part of this message touched you the most. Until next time, take care of yourself, keep seeking truth, and continue the journey of understanding your own mind.